Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Scorpio. Let's see what's coming in for Scorpio. Let's have a look. Scorpio, what is it you need to know? Oops. Scorpio, there we go. I see an adventure here, some Sagittarius energy. I see the emotions flowing, communication flowing. A lot of messages, but it has to do with an adventure. Somebody here wants to go on an adventure. They're planning, preparing, they're hoping for the best. It could be you feeling that way. Yeah, I see someone taking a plunge, a deep dive. This is someone being wise. So they're planning and preparing, hoping for the best. But it's an adventure, someone with adventuresome spirit. It could be wanting to take a trip. This is someone taking a deep dive into their emotions, their inner knowing. So it could be yourself doing that, Scorpio. We'll see. Yeah. So there's a lot of happiness. T2, there's a lot of communication and happiness here. Very positive, riding the wave. Something very playful, a lot of communication. Yeah, the communication is going to start to flow here. Yeah, we have a person who's a leader. They take the lead. Very nice. So let this person take the lead. Whenever I see this adventure, it's somebody with an adventuresome spirit. They like to take trips, travel. They like to explore. So someone's definitely exploring their feelings. Okay. But it is the wisdom, the deep dive into the emotions. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. I see someone taking the lead. Moving forward, we have some stars in the sky. You can see there's clarity. I see simplicity. Yeah, this is going to be simple. It's going to be easy. Light as a feather. Yeah, this isn't going to be complicated. Nope. Yeah, it's an energy of being flexible too. See, it's a flexibility, being flexible. So I feel, let this person take the lead. Cooperation, compromise, flexibility. You see this tiger looking at the path they've been on, and they're about to go down this path, and you can see clarity. The sun is starting to shine there. So this isn't going to be complicated. It's just sort of just keeping things kind of simple for a bit. But it's about going down this path together. This is somebody ready to be flexible, to cooperate and compromise. It's going to take both people. Yeah, there's going to be compromises, but I don't think it's going to be simple. It's going to be easy. Yeah, so someone very delighted, listening. See, like a bird, it listens to every little sound, every little nuance, but there's delight. Yeah, flexibility, going down this path. Yeah, it's talking, it's listening. This is someone who actually listens. I like this. But it is the bird communication. There's a lot of birds in the sky here. There's flowers blooming. So this person's feeling very positive, but I feel they listen. When you talk, they listen. Yeah, simplicity. This is going to be easy. Yeah, I mean, it's just light as a feather, right? It's like, it's not going to be complicated. Yeah, let's have a look at the adventures. Yeah, so someone taking opportunity that's presented, seizing the day. Yeah, like I see, this is somebody kind of in a hurry too. They kind of want to hurry up. They want to get moving. They're exploring this. But it's about taking this opportunity. They are wise. They've thought it through. Look at that. I see there's good news. See, getting together, people getting together, some kind of gathering. So there's an opportunity. So they're taking this opportunity. Yeah, I feel, this person's gone deep into their feelings. They're taking the plunge here. They're just going for it. They've gone deep into their feelings, but I feel both of you. There's going to be feelings here. But it is about being wise, wisdom, the inner knowing. Yeah. I do see other people here, so it's possible, whether you're involved with other people or not, but I say this is about an opportunity, people getting together. So they're taking this opportunity. And they are decisive too. They know what they want here. They know they're taking the plunge. This person kind of knows what's expected here. Let's have a look at the leadership. Yeah, taking the leadership role, the leader. Yeah, just want to focus on that. Yeah, see, it's about gaining momentum, movement, making a move, feeling a little overwhelmed. Yeah, but it's all good. See, simplicity, just keep it simple. But there is movement. I do see opportunity. Some of you may have multiple opportunities. It is possible, but it has to do with the leader. Yeah, someone taking the lead. Let them take the lead. Yeah, tell me about simplicity. Why is it here? Simplicity. Yeah, this is definitely a person. This is someone doing a lot of thinking. It's about not repeating mistakes of the past. So this is someone in their knowing. They're being wise here. Yeah, so this is an energy of Nine of Swords. There could be a little bit of regret here. Nine of Swords. So this is a person, definitely someone who doesn't want to repeat mistakes of the past. So like I say, they've thought this through. They're choosing their battles. They're taking decisive action, seizing the opportunity, taking this opportunity. So it could be yourself. Maybe you've taken this opportunity. I see having a good time, people getting together, a lot of happiness here. It's like this is hoping and preparing for the best. They're coming into this positive. So it's telling you as well, think positive. I feel like you're thinking about each other a lot here. But it's an energy of letting go of unfounded fear, of things moving too quick or feeling overwhelmed. It's just unfounded fear. Yeah. Because it has to do with someone who doesn't want to repeat mistakes of their past, so they've thought it through. So in other words, they've thought it through, but they're still taking the opportunity. Yeah. This is someone doing a lot of thinking. Yeah. Gaining momentum, making a move. Yeah, end of delays, put it that way. Let's have a look at, it is the end of delays. Like I do see the communication starting to flow. The feelings are going to flow too. Let's have a look at flexibility. Yeah, so this is an energy of what someone's looking for. See, they're listening. So if you talk to this person and tell them what you're looking for, they're listening. Okay? Now, someone may have walked away from a situation that wasn't emotionally fulfilling, but this is about going down this path. It's where you're going. It's what it is that you want. They're listening. This person's going to listen very carefully. They're wise. Yeah, so it's all about learning too. Yeah, feeling very delighted. Whatever it is you're telling this person, they feel delighted. They're listening. So they are listening to you. What it is that you're looking for. If they ask you what you're looking for and you tell them, they listen. They like what they're hearing. I can tell you that much. Yeah, let's have a look at delight. Ooh, this is interesting. Delight. Yeah, they're making a bold move. See, they're listening. It's what you're looking for. I feel like you're looking for the same thing. They're thinking a lot about you. But I do feel this is this unfounded fear. I don't know if this is someone who has a fear of abandonment or that you'll walk away, but there is a need to cooperate and compromise and be more flexible. Yeah. But it's what you're looking for, because that's what they're listening to. They feel very bold. They feel confident about going down this path. See, they're walking in this. I love this card. It shows somebody walking along a trail in the jungle and it's full of water. Yeah, there could be a snake or something. There is something there. I love this. But yeah, this is someone bold. I mean, they're taking this, basically taking a risk. I mean, they're taking the lead. They're going for it though. Yeah, see, it has to do with the stars. See, they feel like there's a lot of hope, that the feelings are mutual, because I feel it's what you're both looking for. If you think this person's not listening, they're listening. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. They can't stop thinking about this too. So maybe you've had a conversation, but it's definitely an energy of unfounded fear. And if it is someone here who walked away, they probably regret it. They certainly don't whatever happened before. Maybe they weren't listening or they weren't cooperating or compromising. If it is someone who walked away, yeah. See, it's all about going down this path. See, it's about choosing this path, taking this to the next level. Ooh. Crossroads energy. So someone at that time in their life, the crossroad, they definitely have, there's likely some regrets here, but often this is someone who's a little stressed, worried. It's about moving too fast, feeling they're going to be overwhelmed or overwhelm you. Yeah, interesting. It could be, if the two of you have come together before, because they're releasing things that no longer serve, which tells me unfounded fear. Yeah, it's letting it go. They're taking the lead. They are a leader. They are someone who takes the lead. So if you are the one who has some fear, it's saying to just let it go, because they are listening to you. Yeah. If it is someone who didn't before, they certainly will now. Because it is about the feelings being mutual, but it's about now's the time to release anything that no longer serves. This person holds you in very high regard, I can tell you that. But it's whether the feelings are mutual. They kind of feel maybe they're not, but they're so listening. Oh my gosh, I mean, to me it's like hanging on every word. It is about flexibility and going down this path together. It's what you both want. So it's like I feel like you're going to talk about what you want, what you're both looking for. Yeah, the Three of Stones. See, going down this path together, cooperating, compromising, compatibility, the things you have in common. So they're listening to everything. They could be talking to people too. I wouldn't be surprised they're talking to people, but as I do see these people, but this looks just like an opportunity, you know, a really nice experience here. Tell me about the King of Cups. Yeah, they're in their feelings. They're very masculine. This is not someone who shares a lot of emotional energy, but this is how they're actually feeling. So it's like kind of following their heart a little bit here too, listening to their own feelings. You need to listen to this person too, everything that they're saying. Let's have a look at the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups. If you have other people that you're interested in too, they could have a little bit of unfounded fear about that. Yeah, so there's interest. It's an energy of being patient, being wise. Yeah, so there is clarity. So this is about something new, starting new. But there's happiness and joy, how they're feeling. See, they feel overwhelmed with happiness. If you took this opportunity, oh my gosh. And some of you could have someone new coming in as well. I think this person's a little concerned that you're going to walk away. If you've walked away from this person at some point, or, I mean, I don't see fear of abandonment because they are taking the lead. They're charting the course. They're following the stars. There's hope. And hoping the feelings are mutual. You have all these things in common. I do think they were listening. If you told this person what you were looking for, they were listening. But it's about listening to their heart, following their heart too. Yeah, Temperance. Yeah, trying to be patient. See, this is somebody who's not very good at patience. So I feel patience is important here. It's about spending time together, doing things together. Yeah, I feel so much happiness here, like this opportunity. Some of you, this is a new person, but I still feel for some of you, you've crossed paths with this person at some point. Because it has to do with a person maybe who wasn't flexible or didn't listen to you about what it is you wanted. Temperance is patience, but it's someone taking a step back, seeing things in a different light, you see. This is someone who's mature. Yeah, they take the lead. I like that. Yeah, they are stable too. Some of you have other opportunities. Yeah, it could be someone checking you out online, dating, social media too, seeing you have other opportunities, but it's about being prepared, grounding themselves. See, you see the stars? This is someone who's been on a particular path, the path they've been on. They're ready for something new. This is someone prepared. Yeah, I see a person ready to, some of you have an Aries energy here. Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah. Aquarius energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you got some opportunities here. I feel some of you got multiple, I got to be honest, multiple opportunities coming in. But it's about the things you have in common and going down this path, spending time together. The only way to get to know someone is to spend time. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, see, taking a leap of faith. We have the Empress. The Empress is open to offers and opportunities. It's about going down this path. So I wonder if this is someone here. If you cross paths with this person, did you go your separate ways? It could be, if that's the case, I do see a person here maybe even feeling a little bit like a fool, but whoever it is listening. If they weren't before, the Empress is always open to talk, to communicate. This is about someone who's very balanced, kind, compassionate energy. Yep, Six of Wands. So somebody's pride got in the way. Maybe they felt they couldn't provide or give you the attention that you needed. So it is an energy of providing. The Empress doesn't need anyone to really provide, but like I say, it's all about, this is that same energy. See, the adventure, spending time doing things together. This person has adventuresome spirit. They want to do things. They want to do things with you. But definitely there's the energy of 3. So I feel some of you have people. The Empress often has a lot of options. Yeah, 6 of Wands is, they're hoping for the best. Is someone going to let go of their pride, their ego, but it's about being able to provide. So I wonder if you went your separate ways, they felt they couldn't give you what you needed. But we have a person who's ready, I feel. I mean, they're definitely taking the lead. They're letting go of that ego. They're coming in very humble. So it's somebody very humble. Yeah, I see harmony and balance. So it's about justice and harmony between two people. It's about being fair. Some of you have someone here you feel maybe not quite right for you. You got a person hanging on every word here, I'm telling you. They're delighted in what you're looking for. See, the Empress is looking for something. I feel like you're looking for the same thing. So it's about justice and harmony. I feel harmony between two people. Yeah, see, you're looking for long-term stability, a partner. So there's someone here who wants a partner. But it's about doing things together, spending, see, the couple that work together, play together kind of energy. This person does like to play. They like to have a good time. See, youthful, friendly kind of energy. They like to have fun. But I do feel there's someone with a very adventuresome spirit here. They like to do stuff. They like to try new things. They want someone to do this with. So, yeah, you got some good stuff going on here. I mean, I see this beautiful happiness and joy, this opportunity. This person's seizing the day. They're taking the opportunity. It's telling you to take this opportunity. Tell me about the King of Cups. Yeah, this is the person here taking a risk. See, they're taking a risk. They feel golden, right? It's a golden opportunity. I think if you're the feminine, it's telling you, okay, be wise. Definitely I see wisdom going deep within your feelings and emotions. So But I feel this is somebody who's very wise as well, but they are taking a risk. They're not afraid to take a leap of faith. But this is the golden eagle, so it's a golden opportunity. Yeah, they're taking action too. This is someone who takes action. Ooh. I feel like you got a person who's kind of romanticizing and fantasizing a little bit too of doing it with you, being with you. They are bold. They are someone who moves very quickly, but you've got Sag, Aries, Leo energy, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energies. Wow. Yeah, it's a person who's bold. They're courageous. See, they're taking action. This is someone going for it. They're literally going to go for it. And it could be yourself, Scorpio, taking a leap of faith. It's telling you to look before you leap, be wise. But I do see a beautiful golden opportunity, literally. Yeah, look at it's an energy of someone being open. See it being open and available. There's clarity. This is someone emotionally open, available too. Wow. And the Empress is open, available. I feel like you've got a lot of abundance coming towards you. You're getting a lot of attention. I feel like you're getting a lot of attention. If there's somebody here who knows that you are, I feel they kind of feel like you might walk away. But what's interesting is what you're looking for when you're talking to someone. If you're talking to people going, what are you looking for? What are you interested in? They're literally hanging on every word. Yeah. Someone doing their due diligence, and it's telling you to do your due diligence, and that's likely what you're doing. Yeah, or this person. It could be masculine or feminine energies here. Let me grab this deck. This is crazy. Some of you are getting a lot of attention. I feel like it. There's a lot of abundance, but it's someone who sees the abundance. Like they see what you can also provide. So it's a person who looks at things in a couple different ways. Tell me about the diligence. Yeah, see, curiosity, learning, shining a light, gaining clarity. See, this is someone gaining clarity. But really, the person who's open, available emotionally. That's what I feel like you're looking for. Like I say, someone here may not tell you everything. So just be like a little cautious, do your due diligence. But it is about learning. Okay, someone's curious, shining a light. They want to know more. Yeah, someone checking someone out. But this is about perspective, taking a little pause, looking at things from a different perspective. See, checking each other out. Best way to do it is to spend time together. You're going to see someone here looking at you in a very interesting way. They're listening intently, and it's like whatever it is you're telling them, they're going to do it. But just like I say, the Page of Swords is sometimes the person who doesn't tell you everything. So that's where I feel you have to do your due diligence yourself, right? And I feel like that's what's going on here. And it could be both people. But it's all about this perspective. Checking things out. Someone hanging on every word, that's what it's telling me. They're really listening. If you think they're not, they are. I'll tell you that right now. The King of Wands. Somebody with King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. I can say, because I see you getting a lot of attention. If you are getting attention, this person's seeing it. I mean, it is the leader. If you are feeling like things are moving stressed, or you have, because I do see someone here kind of stressed out a little bit, or having that unfounded fear or regret. So if you have someone here that you have crossed paths with and you walked away, or they walked away, they regret it. Yeah. A lot of this is unfounded fear. It just needs to be released. Yeah. Has to letting go. Now's the time to let go of what doesn't serve. Yeah. You're going down this path with someone, and it is an energy of simple. See, it should be easy. If things start to look complicated, then you're going to know. Because the Empress knows, right? Yeah. Just watch out for anybody here who doesn't tell you everything, because it's someone telling you what you want to hear. They're telling you what you want to hear. So take a little pause and look at this, okay? Yeah, see, Three of Swords. Watch out for third party situations. Yeah, I feel like that's what you're looking at too. But I also feel there's definitely someone who may have hurt you in the past, crossed paths, and there may have been some hurt. So just take it as it resonates. But yeah, watch out for someone who doesn't tell you everything. So look before you leap. Yeah. Don't be afraid to speak up. Yeah, we got the... See, it's two people connecting, friends first. But I do see you making a connection. You're going to make a connection with someone here, and it is someone new. And they are taking a leap of faith. But I do see both of you taking a leap of faith and going down this path and spending time. But the due diligence on someone here, if you feel like they're not telling you the truth, trust your intuition. Yeah. But I feel it's just like a lot of unfounded fear mostly. Yeah. It's all connecting, spending time, talking. A lot of talk here. Yeah. The Empress usually likes friends first. You got a couple people you are going to spend a little more time with, and some of these I feel aren't going to go anywhere. You don't have anything in common. Yeah, some of you are really busy. Like, I mean, opportunities coming in. Like, and you definitely have a lot of spontaneous people coming your way. That's what I find interesting, is the spontaneity. Yeah, see, there's that aha moment, that moment of truth, a little introspection. Yeah. Someone coming up with an idea of things to do together. But again, if you have that little aha moment, you feel like someone's just telling you what you want to hear, not where they're hanging on every word, or something is off with one of these people. Yeah. But I feel most of them, I'm going to be honest, I feel like definitely there's a person that does hang on every word. They're literally listening to everything you say. But one of these people's going to tell you what you want to hear. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you got this here. You're just doing you. You're doing your own thing. You know what you want, and you're not going to settle. I think you're making yourself clear, and that's what I feel. It's all about clarity, making yourself pretty clear. You're just being a little bit blunt here. So temper the emotions, temper your words just a little bit. Yeah, but you are going to connect with someone who has a similar energy to you. Yeah, someone who wants the same thing, a partner, something long term. Tell me more about the Ten of Stones. Yeah, see, there's beautiful change, a whole new chapter. Some of these definitely aren't going anywhere. And I mean, I can see at least a couple of these where you don't have anything in common and you're not settling. You want someone where you have something in common. You want someone to do stuff with, to do things. And you are very independent. You come across as very independent. So you might want to tone that down just a little bit, be a little vulnerable, because I do feel like that's the energy of yourself being vulnerable, because I see a masculine being vulnerable here and very much open, like they're literally taking the opportunity that's presented, and it's telling you to as well. There's a gathering of people getting together, but I feel like you've got, and it could be someone who decides to introduce you to their friends. I don't feel like anyone here is keeping you a secret. If you feel like someone's not telling you something, that you're going to know. But the Queen of Wands comes across as very independent. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's about being a little bit vulnerable. Yeah. I feel that's what the feminine needs to do, is be vulnerable. Just a little bit. Queen of Wands. Yeah, see, you've had a lot of disappointments too, and maybe some trust issues, because I do feel like you've dealt with someone who maybe you couldn't trust, or played mind games, or manipulated in some way, mixed messages, whatever it was. But it is about being able to trust. Yeah. It's all about, and you may get mixed messages and mixed signals from someone too. So like I say, don't look before you leap. Yeah, this person's going for it, though. One of these people, it is, whoever it is that's coming in, I feel it could be the first person, but there's this beautiful experience and opportunity that you're going to have here. Yeah. Tell me about the world. You know, the interesting thing, yeah, so this is an energy of not budging and giving in, but it is protection. Yeah. See, it's about cooperating, compromising. And you may, if you want everything your way or the highway, I'm going to tell you, someone will walk away. There is a need to compromise. And I do feel some of you have compromised before, and then you were disappointed. But it's about letting that go. Yeah. Just watch out how someone communicates, what they focus on. Focusing on one thing too much. Because it is about things being stuck and stubborn. And I feel there's been some disappointments. But like I say, it's about being vulnerable. I feel some of you need to be a little more vulnerable. Doesn't mean you can't still be the Empress and stay in control. But it's about being vulnerable. Yeah, you're not trusting blindly, that's for sure. Tell me more about the Forest Stones. Yeah, you've got someone here who kind of might not stick around here for a good time, not a long time. Someone who's a little self-absorbed. They kind of want things their way or the highway. But watch what you're projecting. Okay? Because there's someone here, I feel, who is listening to everything you say, and it's the King of Wands, and now you've got this person, now you have this other person here. You must be online dating, social media. I know some of the people on my channel are. But if you are suddenly getting a lot of attention and someone chasing after you, they don't want you to get away. They're willing to do whatever you want. You know, they're bending over backwards to please you. But it's a person being vulnerable. And they are open, and I do see the Empress is open, but I do think you've got trust issues because you've got someone here who's kind of self-absorbed. They wanted everything their way or the highway. Now, you may experience that. So, okay, again, it's about doing the due diligence. Yeah. And you can see some indecision. But this is an energy of someone who's unable to move forward. So you could be the one becoming indecisive and unable to move forward, or it's what you've experienced here. Someone here is kind of in their head, feeling indecisive. Someone who's unable to move forward. So if you feel like you can't move forward with someone because you can't trust them, it's saying to talk about it, to communicate that. Yeah. I do think you're coming across as really, really independent. Someone might become a little indecisive. Now, often this is an energy of, with the Hangman, two people look at each other right in the eyes. Interesting. Yeah, so it is about emotional fulfillment. You are going to see the bigger picture. You're going to have a little aha moment. Yeah, I do think you're going to get it. I do think the feminine, your Scorpio feminine's being a little more vulnerable. You're very powerful. You're kind of in your power because you're getting all this attention. So watch your ego, okay? Watch your ego a little bit because you could end up being disappointed. It's about talking, and it's also about listening. Not just them listening to you, but you listening to them. Someone is definitely hanging on every word. And I mean, that is a very strong energy. And it's whoever the first person is. Yeah, they're bold, they're confident, they're a leader, they take the lead. You want someone to take the lead. Yeah. And you could have someone who's wanting you to. And if you got someone who wants you to and they want you to take all the risks, where you take the lead, then it's your, if things don't work out, you know, you're the one responsible kind of energy. So, but yeah, I do think it has to do with, you might end up being disappointed. Let go of your ego a little bit, or that need to. The Queen of Wands is also a person who can be a leader, right? So I don't see a power struggle. I actually see cooperating and compromising, except for someone who's kind of stuck. They kind of want things their way. And then somebody who's kind of self-absorbed, my way or the highway kind of energy, or they don't want to compromise. But I do see you're going to get the bigger picture. It could be just someone learning, knowing that they need to do this. But yeah, I do see emotional fulfillment. I see having a good time overall. I see small gatherings, large gatherings, connecting with people, friends of friends. You're going to be introduced to some people here as well. But definitely you are bold and confident, and it's good. But I do see the pride and ego a little bit. And if it's not you, it's the other person. Yeah. Because I hate to see you get disappointed. Like, I feel like you're in your power with the Empress because you're getting all this attention. Some of you, this hasn't happened yet, but you're going to, it's a crossroads where you start crossing paths with people. But you have to be social. You literally have to take action. You got to be social. So if you're not being social, this probably won't be the same for you. Because it is about being very social. Yeah. The due diligence is the one. Looking down at a situation. But really watch your ego. I feel that is huge here. Not just you, but this other person too. Yeah. Because I feel like we got someone who's just like, they may come in, if you don't give them what they want, they'll go get it somewhere else energy. Stick to your guns on that. Take care. Bye for now.